Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Bruin Steel here, and I am back with another WWE broadcast with Canadian New Yorker. And today we are recapping the Monday Night Raw that took place December 18th. We're a little late, but that's okay. And next week is Christmas. Just want to take this time to wish you guys happy holidays and stay safe. And this was the Monday Night Raw that took place December 18th, that took place in Des Moines, Iowa. And once again, I'm joined by Canadian Yorker. How's it going tonight?
Going pretty well tonight. Can't complain. How's it going?
Good. We have a lot to talk about, and Christmas season's coming, so a lot of the superstars is going to have the holidays off, and the next couple of shows are going to be pre-taped. That way, like, superstars can spend time with their family, which is actually pretty nice. So, but the countdown to the Royal Rumble that's going to take place at the end of January, I believe. So I can't wait. Yeah. So there was a lot of good matches in this Raw. We had three championship titles on the line. We had the Undisputed Tag Team title match, which was defended by the Judgment Day against the Creed Brothers. We had The Miz getting another shot against Gunther's Intercontinental Championship, and we had Chelsea Green and Pimper Niven defend their titles against Kayden Carter and Kayden Chance for the women's tag team titles. So three big matches that happened on this Raw. So let's get started. Obviously the Judgment Day makes their entrance and get on the mic, and basically the Judgment Day, like always, say that they run 2023 and they're about to run 2024, and basically R-Truth pops up. This man just doesn't want to deny that he's not in the Judgment Day, but it was announced that R-Truth and JJ McDonagh would fight in a 34th Miracle Street Christmas Street fight. And in this segment, it looks like R-Truth kind of, raised the stake a little bit, saying that the loser of the match will leave Judgment Day. So what are your thoughts on the R-Truth segment so far with the Judgment Day?
I think R-Truth has been killing it in being a wannabe member of the Judgment Day, but now he's taken on this role as being the the guy who's just inserted himself into the Judgment Day and is making himself the de facto member of the Judgment Day without the Judgment Day's approval. And of course, these guys are annoyed by it. But the fact that he's doing a match with JD McDonagh is hilarious, and it's going to be really, now that he's in the Judgment Day, he's made the Judgment Day a little bit more interesting to watch as a group, and so we don't have these guys going after everybody and fighting everybody. He's made them more of giving them a lighter side, and so that's good for him. And I think we've been talking about how somebody's going to be kicked out of the group, and now we're seeing JD McDonagh being kicked out of the group. So that's still there at play. Somebody's going to get replaced. Somebody's going to be kicked out. They're obviously getting too big for their britches, so they have to cut loose some weight, and they gotta make themselves small and make sure that they're still strong and they're still a force. That's what I'll have to say for that.
Alright, and that leads to the first match of the evening, JD McDonagh versus R-Truth in a Miracle on 34th Street fight for Christmas, where the loser leaves his Judgment Day. And this was a blast. I love to see these street fights in WWE. It's funny. It's like Christmas time. People being thrown fruit, Christmas trees and stuff like that. But it was I think it was JD McDonagh that got thrown into a table of cookies. That was hilarious. And then there was R-Truth hitting JD McDonagh with a fire exterminator, which was hilarious. And we actually, in a shocking Ending, R-Truth actually gets the belly-to-belly suplex for the table, forcing J.D. McDonagh out of Judgment Day by putting him through the table. So, but obviously after that, we didn't see J.D. McDonagh actually get kicked out of the Judgment Day. I mean, I kind of thought maybe just give him a slide, but R-Truth defeats J.D. McDonagh in this street fight. So, what are your thoughts on this match?
I think our truth being an added member to the Judgment Day will get the Judgment Day that leadership that they're looking for. Our truth can be a great heel. You know, he can be a really good heel. Despite his comedy, it's always funny when you think that a person who's the funniest person in the room, you think that he's not really the bad guy until he actually reveals himself as the bad guy. And it really seems like our truth is playing us. You know, I see what you're doing, our truth. I really see what you're doing. You're making the Judgment Day funny. You're trying to be the funny guy. You know, the guy that's the clown, the class clown of the Judgment Day. Well, guess what, man? Guess what? You know, you're going to reveal yourself as the true leader of the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley is not the true leader, right? Rhea Ripley is not the true leader. It's really our truth. Our truth is the true leader. Our truth is running things behind the scenes. You know, he's just showing himself to be the like he's down out here. But in reality, you know, he's the one who's manipulating these events going on with, you know, and you know, J.D. McDonagh is going to be kicked out. Okay, J.D. McDonagh is going to be replaced by our truth. All right. I think that this is going to Damien Priest in a way, because Damien Priest likes our truth. So, you know, this is going to affect him in a way, and I don't want to see a sort of bloodline type of thing going on here, but it would be interesting to see if somebody's got to go. So this is just an angle that I'm trying to play at, but I don't know where that's going. But these are just my thoughts on that.
All right, moving on. We go to the first segment of the Raw, which was obviously Nia Jax and Becky Lynch. So obviously Becky Lynch wants to beat the shit out of Nia Jax. Basically, they went back and forth, and the segment just went back and forth, and Nia Jax and Becky Lynch confirmed their match for day one, which takes place the first Monday of 2024. So it's going to be Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax, January 1st, 2024. That Raw is going to be probably the best Raw to start 2024, because there's a lot of championship titles on the line that on that episode, January 1st. But then Nia Jax had to mention Becky Lynch's family, saying that, oh, after I squash your face, you're going to be lying in the hospital. And Nia Jax said that her daughter's going to be asking her, why did you get so ugly, crying and stuff like that. And then after that, Becky Lynch had enough, and while Nia Jax was walking towards the back, Becky Lynch ambushed her, but Nia Jax was just too strong and was able to plunger Becky Lynch to the floor, ending the segment. So not a wise move when you talk about someone's family. So what are your thoughts about the segment between Becky Lynch and Nia Jax?
Nia Jax took things too far. She talked about Becky Lynch's family. That's something you don't do as a person. Never, ever, ever, ever. Everybody knows this. Never, ever, ever talk about somebody's family. Doesn't matter if that's their father, their mother, their sister, their brother, their son, their daughter, their niece, their nephew. You don't talk about their family. You don't say nothing. Of course, Becky Lynch had the right to be pissed off, and Nia Jax just made it personal. Okay, she's just upping the ante, you know, so she can make herself like seem she's the biggest opponent, or the biggest obstacle in Becky Lynch's way. Okay, these two have history going back. I I guess I would like to see Nia Jax lose in the first ever match. I'd like to see that happen, and I would hope it does. So.
All right. Moving on to the second match of the Raw is Gunther defending the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz in a rematch. The stakes says that if The Miz loses, he can't challenge Gunther for another shot for the Intercontinental Championship as long as Gunther's champion. So that means if Miz loses, he can never challenge for the Intercontinental Championship ever again as long as Gunther is champion. And this was a great match. Obviously, we see these two guys in the last pay-per-view putting up a show. I believe it was Survivor Series. But now they're on the Raw, and this was a great match. The Miz trying to put the figure four lock on Gunther that almost made him tap out last week in that six-man tag team match where Gunther almost tapped out to the figure four, but Gunther this time was able to make it to the rope. This match was brutal. This match was great. Chops back and forth. Gunther was able to hit an apron powerbomb on Miz. Probably the moment of the match that I thought Miz was going to win was when he hit the skull-crushing finale on Gunther from the top rope. But the Miz wasn't able to get the pin, where Gunther just slightly moved out of the harm's way and moved out of the ring. So I'm like, damn. But it went back and forth. It was and then Gunther actually applied the Boston Crab. It's the same maneuver that made Miz tap out at Survivor Series. It was the Boston Crab powerbomb, but this time Miz gets to the rope. But then Gunther was able to hit a huge powerbomb and get the three. Gunther retains the Intercontinental title, defeating Miz by pinfall, ensuring that The Miz cannot challenge for the title again as long as he's champion. So that's going to be it for The Miz. Gunther extending his unbelievable streak of being Intercontinental Champion. What are your thoughts on this match? Gunther defeating Miz.
I gotta say, Gunther has been a phenomenal champion. I gotta give him his credit where credit is due. The Miz has, been a great, putting on a show for us. He's also been a great wrestler. But Gunther, with his phenomenal continual dominance of the Intercontinental Championship. What is his reign title? What is his reign at now? Is it at 500 something days?
700. I believe it's like 500 or 700. 500.
700.
500, I think.
Yeah, it's 500. He's already at the halfway point right now. Right at the halfway point where Roman Reigns was about, 2 years ago. He's at the halfway point already. He's catching up right there. He is catching up. With this as we continue to hold closer and closer. Gunther is really putting in the work. He's really just being very dominant, very, he's with every match that he's got. He's really proving his point that he's one of the most dominant champions of this era. He still has those opponents that he has to face. There's Brock Lesnar. There's Bobby Lashley. There's he beat Drew McIntyre. But there are others out there. There is Almost, of course. Formidable opponents. I think there's the Great Khali who's still there. There's Otis. He already beat Bonds and Reed. There are some still opponents left. But the Gunther has really shown that he's a really dangerous champion. He's very versatile. I gotta give him his flowers.
I just want to point out that in the interview that I saw today, Gunther called out Brock Lesnar. Gunther said he wants Brock Lesnar. So we have to see what happens.
He wants Brock Lesnar. He wants Suplex City. I mean, whew, he wants Suplex City. That's going to be a tough challenge because you know how Brock Lesnar is. Brock Lesnar is older now, but you know, could Gunther beat a younger Brock Lesnar? That's a tough call because Brock Lesnar was so dominant back in the day. He was tough. But now that Brock Lesnar
there's also rumors that Jey Uso might step up to Gunther.
Jey Uso possibly could. I don't know.
There's a lot of options, but I want to move on to the next match so we don't make a long video like many times. But the next match.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
But the next match, we got Chelsea Green and Pippa Nivens defending the women's tag team titles against Kenta Chance and Kayden Carter for the women's tag team championship. And all I can say is, thank you, Triple H. Holy moly. I'm just going to say it twice. Finally, Chelsea Green and Pippa Nivens loses the fucking tag team titles. Let's go! My God. What a match. I love Kenta Chance and Kayden Carter. They're great. I just felt like Tegan Nox and Natalya, they just got did dirty at the event that we went to, losing to them. But they're a great team actually, and it was great seeing Chelsea Green complain and cry after. Like cry me a river. Holy shit. Finally, thank you, Triple H. About fucking time. They went back and forth. I actually liked this match. I mean, like, it was great seeing Chelsea Green getting her face kicked and stuff like that, like shutting her up, and then they were able to hit the after party. And who other, the most annoying girl ever, Chelsea Green, who would I thought get pinned in this match? No other than Chelsea Green, who gets pinned. Finally, yes. They hit the after party on Chelsea Green. Let's go, becoming the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Kayden Chance and Kayden Carter are your new Women's Tag Team Champions. Let's go. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, it's great. Like I said, man, they have really phenomenal teamwork. They were on the ball. They were on the ball, taking down Chelsea Green and Pippa Nivens. I always said that Pippa Nivens I said in the last video that Pippa Nivens was dangerous. They have to take her out first. They have to take her out so they can actually get to Chelsea Green, and that's what they did. They were able to follow through on that, and they used that teamwork that they have. Pippa Nivens and Chelsea Green. We could see them to see where they are now. I'd like to see how far they can go as the new tag team champions. Of course, I want to see let's see how far they can take this thing.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I am so goddamn happy. Pippa Nivens was just a fucking replacement. Like, after Sonya Deville got hurt, Pippa Nivens had she had no business like becoming Chelsea Green's partner, and both of them have lost single matches. They defended like their title like only a few times, which was pathetic. And I wanted to see Kayden Chance and Kayden Carter defend their title a lot. If they're just gonna pull out Chelsea Green and Pippa Nivens and not defend their titles a lot, what the fucking point is? But there's rumors that you saw the promo by Damage Control. Asuka and Kairi Sane are coming after the title, so all I can say is watch your back, Kenta Chance and Kayden Carter. Asuka and Kairi Sane are your next targets.
I said that is what. So if Pippa Nivens and Chelsea Green had still won, right, would Asuka and Kairi Sane still target that?
Yes, they obviously made it plain that they're going after the women's tag team titles, whoever they are.
Well, I mean, I was actually going to make that point, Jeff. That now that Kayden Carter and I forget what are their names again? Kayden Carter,
Kayden Chance and Kayden Carter.
Kayden Chance and Kayden Carter. So now that they are the tag team champions. The Damage Control is now eyeing all of the gold. Damage Control wants is going to go after the tag team champions. We got Bayley declaring for the Royal Rumble. She's gonna go after Rhea Ripley. Now this is going to get interesting for Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley is not facing just one person, but Rhea Ripley is facing 5 people. 5 people. Not just facing. She's not facing her, just Bayley. She's going to be facing Asuka. She's going to be facing IYO. She's going to be facing Kylie. She's going to be facing Dakota Kai. I mean, that's pretty insane right there. That's too much for her. So the Judgment Day has got its own thing, but Rhea Ripley's going to have a problem on the side with all those ladies. So does that mean Rhea Ripley's going to have to team up with some of those other ladies she beat? So I don't know. We'll have to see that.
All right. And I'm happy. I mean, if somehow Chelsea Green and Piper Nivens went back to titles, I am going to be pissed off. Like, holy shit. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Well, I'm sure Asuka and Kylie Sane will stop that from happening. We might just
the next match is Ivar, one half of the Viking Raiders, against Ikura Tozawa, one half of Alpha Academy, and I'm like, this is such a bad matchup. Why are you putting Tozawa in these matches? Like, holy shit. Like, first Tozawa versus Bronson Reed, and now Ivar? Like, that's just complete suicide mission right there for Tozawa. I mean, Tozawa did hit a couple nice moves on Ivar. Maxine Debris came out with him. And I can't imagine what she was thinking. Like, oh my god. And this match just went by quick. Tozawa just got absolutely demolished by Ivar. Ivar winning with the Avalanche World's Strongest Slam, defeating Tozawa. What are your thoughts on this match?
Total domination. That's all I have to say. Obliteration, domination, annihilation by Ivar. It was just too much. So Tozawa, he needs to, that guy. He needs to face somebody who is actually his own height. He can do it. He can do it. Rey Mysterio won, became WWE champion, became champion. So Tozawa can do it. He definitely has to be smarter. Be more strategic and methodical with the way he does stuff. So that's. But all in all, it was just total annihilation, total domination.
Yeah. So. All right. The next segment of the Raw is Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. These two are booked to face each other on Day 1 Raw episode of January 1st of the first Raw of 2024. Drew gets his rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship against Seth freaking Rollins. It's going to be a great match. People are saying that, they're going to do Drew dirty. But Drew had to go out and mention Seth Rollins' family. I mean, at this point, everyone is mentioning each other's family, like Nia Jax did to Becky Lynch. When Riddle and Seth Rollins had that rivalry, he dropped the F-bomb on Seth Rollins for bringing up his wife and his kids and stuff like that. Gunther, when he had that rival with Chad Gable, Gunther had to talk shit about his son and his family sitting in front of the row and stuff like that. So at this point, everyone's going after everyone's family, where Drew McIntyre mentioned Becky Lynch, which was, come on, Drew, why? And then he mentioned Seth Rollins' family and said that he never got to feel how, it's to feel to be champion in front of a crowd. 2020, he beat Brock Lesnar under 5 minutes in front of an empty stadium. He wins back the championship against Randy Orton, empty stadium. He tries to win the title against Roman Reigns. He was this close of winning it, but would you know, his dream came flat when it was announced that Solo joined the group. And would you know, he lost again. So Drew, the pain that he goes through, he doesn't know how it feels to win a championship in front of a crowded arena. And he's told Seth Rollins that, and Seth Rollins said that he doesn't just hate Drew McIntyre, he pities him. And that's when Drew McIntyre snaps in the text Seth Rollins, and that's when he drills Seth Rollins chest first into the steel steps. Huge. Avalanche is the Alabama Slam, chest first. I'm surprised Drew didn't go after Seth's back. So it was chest first into the steel steps. It hurt so bad ending the segment. So what are your thoughts on the Drew McIntyre situation of him not winning in front of a crowded arena and his Seth Rollins getting attacked?
Man, I think it's time. Maybe time for Seth Rollins to drop the belt. Drew McIntyre is out for blood, and it's going to be tough for Seth to defend his title when Drew McIntyre is showing such physicality and such. Seth Rollins has been through some matches, but facing off version of Drew McIntyre, he's on a revenge tour. This man is going on a tear. He took Zayn. He took out. We put Jey Uso through a table. He wants this He wants this World Heavyweight Championship. He is pushing himself to. I think he's gonna get that win. He's finally gonna get his win in front of a large crowd. He's gonna get this win. He's gonna be the new the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins can't hold on to it forever. There's times where it's just too much. It's just too overwhelming. And for him to put Seth Rollins through a steel chair, a steel steps, man, just get slammed on the steel steps. That must be. Seth Rollins can take a lot of pain, but to be put through that, man, that is a lot of pain that Seth Rollins has to endure. That will be, that Seth Rollins is going to be feeling that for the next over this Christmas break. He's going to be feeling the pain, and I don't think he's not going to be 100% when he faces off against Drew McIntyre come January 1st. So he's obviously not going to be 100%. I think Drew McIntyre is going to be taking that title away from Seth Rollins. So.
Yeah, I still think Seth is going to retain, and then there's rumors that they're going to do like a triple threat match at Royal Rumble. Imagine Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins.
It could happen, yeah. But I just think that Drew is seriously, very, very seriously on a revenge tour. Very seriously on a revenge tour. He's serious about getting that title, ripping it away from Seth Rollins, and he has his reasons. He has legitimate reasons. The bloodline cost him the World Heavyweight Championship, and the bloodline cost him that. The man was out of it for some time. Now he's just back. He wants the title. I think he wants it more than Jey. He wants it. He has more reason to want it more, because he's showing his grit. He's showing his determination. I think he really wants it that bad, and he's willing to do anything to get it. So he took out Sami Zayn, took out Jey Uso, but he brought the pain. He's bringing the pain. All right.
Let's all right. I want to move on. We got two more matches. The next match is main event Jey Uso. We were just talking about Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso taking on Ludwig Kaiser, one half of Imperialism. And like I said before, it's possible that Jey Uso can go after Gunther for the Intercontinental title. We got Jey Uso and Ludwig Kaiser going one-on-one. It was just a party of interference in this match. First by Ludwig Kaiser's partner, Vinci, knocks down Jey Uso when he was going up trying to go up for a Uso splash, but knocked him down. I guess the referee was distracted. Ludwig takes advantage for a near fall, But what you know, a Santa Kofi Claus comes down and hits Trouble in Paradise, taking out Bianchi Vinci out, and Jey Uso was able to hit the spear on Ludwig Kaiser thanks to Kofi, and was able to hit the Uso splash, diving splash on Ludwig Kaiser to get the win. And obviously, you know the history between Kofi and Jey Uso. They were on opposing teams of the greatest rivalries in tag team. Kofi on New Day and Jey Uso on the Usos, obviously. So it looks like they're in good terms. We have to see. But Jey Uso defeats Ludwig Kaiser thanks to Kofi Kingston by pinfall. What are your thoughts on this match?
Well, the fact that Jey Uso got help from Kofi Kingston, of all people, is interesting because they are rivals. They are rivals. And
they're actually good friends off camera. They do up, down, down together too.
Oh, well, off camera they are friends, but on camera they are rivals against because they have such a long history together through the tag team championship. So, yeah, like you said, Jey Uso could be the next one to challenge Gunther. But Gunther is a monster. He's nothing like Roman Reigns. He is not Roman Reigns. Gunther is for Maul. Is basically a brawler. He is he will maul. He just wrestles people down to the ground, and he takes his time taking people down. So Jey Uso will definitely run into some resistance against Gunther. That's what I have to say.
Alright, moving on to the main event, we got the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius Creed versus the Judgment Day, Damien Priest and Finn Balor for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship. This was a great match. I absolutely love this match. I love the Creed brothers. People are saying that this might be the build-up for Damien Priest getting kicked out from the Judgment Day and having Creed brothers take the titles to build up that story. But people are saying that it's too early. But this was a great match. Went back and forth. Obviously, Rhea Ripley is starting a feud with Ivy Nile. It's announced that those two will go at it on day 1 of Raw, January 1st, for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And at one point, it was Ivy Nile. Rhea Ripley tried to attack Ivy Nile, but Nile countered and was able to smash Rhea Ripley face first on the apron. The Creed brothers was able to hit the Brutus Ball Doomsday device, which is a finisher, and I was like, oh my god, it's over. But Damien Priest was able to break it up the first time, but then the second time they hit the Brutus Ball again, but Finn Balor this time cuts it off with the Crew Draft. All 4 men are down. It was a great match, and then Damien Priest was able to hit his South of Heaven chokeslam on Julius Creed to get the 1-2-3. The Judgment Day retains the titles. The Judgment Day defeats the Creed brothers to retain the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship. So what are your thoughts on this match?
Well, it's interesting that, the Creed brothers are doing their thing. Like, we both know the Creed brothers are legit. They are a dangerous tag team. They're a very interesting tag team. I like their gimmick. I like their dynamic. So I'd like to see how Rhea Ripley will defend her title. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. I think the Creed brothers are going to be a really interesting woman opponent for the Judgment Day going forward, because Damien Priest and I like to see the fact that Damien Priest and Finn Balor really have to work together more in order to retain their titles, because they're not just going against some easy opponent. The Creed brothers have been showing us from time and time again that they are the real deal, and I'd like to see how this feud continues, how it evolves, and it's nice.
Alright, so that will do it for the show. This was the Raw. What a great show it was. In terms of grading, there was a lot of titles on the line in this one, and I'm telling you, day 1, Day 1, January 1st, 2024 is going to be the broadcast of the year with me and Canadian Yorker, because that one's going to smash. That's going to be great. But in terms of grading, I'm giving this a A+ because Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are no longer your women's tag team champions. I'm giving this an A+. I enjoyed that Creed Brothers championship match. The rivalry between Drew and Seth, you can see it there. And then the great match between what was it? Oh, Miz and Gunther. That was, a lot of these title matches were great. R-Truth and I love the 34's the Miracle Street Fight. So this show gets a 100%. I'm giving this show an A+. How about you?
Well, I also give the show an A+ with all the title defenses: Miss Gunther, Tipper Nivens, and Chelsea Green.
Thank God.
The Creed Brothers, Judgment Day. The match with R-Truth and McDonagh. It was really good, really well prepared. So yeah, I give it an A+. It was really well done.
Alright, so that will do it for this broadcast. Thank you guys for watching, and just want to let you guys know that I will be out of town for Christmas this weekend, so I'm not sure when I'm going to do the Friday Night SmackDown broadcast. I'm definitely going to bring my laptop, so I might do a broadcast when I'm out of town. It's up to Canadian Yorker if he wants to join me, but if not, I'm probably going to do the Friday Night SmackDown broadcast solo. Like I said, unless Canadian Yorker wants to join me. Most likely I'll probably do it Sunday night after I'm having Christmas dinner Sunday night. So I'm probably going to do it in the evening on my laptop. So Canadian Yorker, if you want to join me. If not, I'm probably going to do it solo. And next Monday, I don't believe there's a Raw next Monday. I think everyone has Monday off, but there was a news.
Yeah, Monday's off.
There was a news report saying that Triple H might have something for us Monday, like a Raw taping or something, but we have to see. But I will see you guys Sunday night, either with Canadian Yorker or not. I will be here Sunday night for my broadcast for this Friday, which is also going to be taped because of the holiday. So I imagine this Friday is going to be a short SmackDown. Like last SmackDown was short just because WWE gives superstars time with their families for the holidays, which is nice. So they just decided to like pre-tape the episodes. So they're doing the same thing this Friday for the holiday. So I imagine it's going to be a short SmackDown this week as well. So what are your thoughts on that, Canadian Yorker, the WWE doing that so superstars can have time to be with their families for the holidays?
I think it's great. It's great that they're pre-taping stuff. They're definitely learning from the past with COVID. They pre-taped WWE matches with the COVID stuff, but now they're doing it with because we don't have COVID anymore. They're doing it with it's good. It's good that they're doing it now, so people have more time to be able to be with their families and to spend time together and take care of things. So that's great. It's a great thing. We all need it. We all need a break. It's good for the WWE. The WWE starts to have breaks. We all need it. They've been on the road 24/7, putting their bodies on the line and all that stuff. So if you guys need a break, I definitely support it. Go ahead and enjoy the holiday season and spend time with your families. That's way more important. So definitely go ahead.
All right. So like he said, Christmas is next week. I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Stay safe. Once again, I'll be out of town, so I probably will be doing the broadcast anyways. I'm not sure. If not, Happy Holidays. I'll find a time to do the broadcast. Most likely it'll be Sunday, but that would do it. My name is Bruce Steele. I hope you guys enjoy your Thursday night, and this is Canadian Yorker, and we are out. Happy Holidays, guys.
Hey.